Hello, my fellow humans, and welcome back to another daily dice where we ask the dice for a message and find out what that is. Keeping in mind these are general readings, so please take what resonates and leave what does not. Knowing that as you interact with the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing below, it does allow me an opportunity to directly connect with your energy and get you out more resonant readings. Also, if you are interested in supporting the channel further, check out the description box. You will find all the links necessary to do so. You can email me for a personal reading. I'll get you out further information from there. You can also follow me on over to my podcast, which is just a fun, chill hangout session with yours truly. And I do hope to see you there. Also, memberships are now up and running, so if you're curious about those, down by the subscription button or where the subscribe button used to be, you'll see a join button. If you click on that, it will show you the options that I have available as well as what comes with each option. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into it and find out what is today's daily dice message source. What do you have for my fellow humans? What would you like them to know? What is today's daily dice message source? Okay, so we've got the 7th house, Cancer energy, and Mercury. Okay, so this has to do with your interpersonal relationships coming through here. And I feel like there's somebody in your life that you need to tell them that you care about them. Like, you need to vocalize it. Maybe you're like, well, it should just be known, like I care about them. But I do feel like there's something here it's asking you to vocalize how much you care about this person. Like, I mean, you don't have to get so sappy or anything like that, but just being honest with them, right? And it could be someone doing this for you. Like, it could be someone coming in and saying how they feel about you, but it does feel like here there's a need to be honest and open about feelings, all right? And open and honest about how much you care, how much they care. Take what resonates. I'm just going to go with the energy I was first feeling, and if you feel like this is somebody coming in that needs to do this with you, then energy is fluid, so take it as it resonates, right? It can absolutely be another person. Yeah, it feels like this is part of your justice here. Like, it could be with a romantic relationship, a family situationship. This could just be even coworkers coming in, but it's like a need to say that there's love here, there's support, there's emotions and nurturing and loyalty, right? That there's a need for healing. This is how you heal this connection, is through actually vocalizing it. With Mercury here, Mercury is all about our communication, right? Whether that's in writing, saying it out loud, figuring a way to give it to someone and say, this is how I am. It could even just be as simple as giving them a hug and saying, I feel like we haven't seen each other in a while, or even given each other a hug in a while, or whatever it is. And like, I feel like it's time to do that. Like, I feel like I just need to give you a hug and love you and let you know that I care. But it does feel like there is some resistance here, that whoever this is resonating with doesn't like to be sappy and emotional, which is fine. There's not ever a need to be sappy and emotional. There are just some people who that's how they love, and there are other people who just need to learn how to vocalize it more deeply. Okay, so you're getting 2 of these. Like, we have water energy coming out with Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, spirituality, emotion, intuition, and compassion. Yeah, it's like allowing yourself to connect with your emotions when it comes to this connection. Okay, like, that's something that's very important here. That's something that needs to be done. And it's difficult. It just feels like there's a sense of resistance here. Like, I don't want to connect. I don't want to be emotional. I'm not an emotional person. I don't like being like that. Like, I don't like showing my emotions. And it's fine, but even still, like, you can't just assume that people know how you feel, right? When we assume things, it makes an ass out of you and me, right? Like, that's an old saying. And excuse my language, but it is an old saying that's been around for a long time. But when we assume that others just know how we feel, or we expect them to understand how we feel, first of all, we're not mind readers, right? Humans are not mind readers. Yes, it is a gift that some people have, right? And that's amazing. But let's just think about the vast majority of humans are not mind readers, and we need to hear those words of affirmation. Everybody loves words of affirmations. Whether that's your love language or not, it doesn't matter. Everybody loves to hear words of affirmation. Okay? Yeah, this is part of the activation process. Speaking it, right? Like this wind, she's blowing the wind out, or this being is blowing the wind out. It's like activating yourself. Like, you don't have to be super sappy, but is it really that hard to say, hey, I really care about you, and I'm just letting you know, right? You know, you can be totally succinct. Say 2 words. You know how is it when guys like, hey bro, I got your back? You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have to be super crazy, but it has to be said, is what they're saying here. This is helping you to come up into a position of seeing that you're teaching others to do the same. It's like you have such difficulties expressing your emotions that so many people are so aware of that when you express your emotions, it's going to help others see, oh, I can express my emotions too. So let's get an angel card here. All right, let's grab one of these. All right, Source, thank you. Look, elephant again. So something about elephants is very important for you. So we have leadership. This came out in a reading not too long ago, these 2 cards. That's great. We have learned from the past, right? So this is something that's plaguing you from the past, something that's affecting you from your past in order to come into your future, right? Who is it that's the elephant god? Is it Ganesh? Ganesh? Anyways, you might resonate with Ganesh or Ganesha. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Please, I apologize if I'm saying it wrong. I'm just not 100% sure. I want to say it's Ganesh, but I don't know. You're obviously more than welcome to say it down below so it helps others out as well. So let's get the shadow aspect here. And we'll go ahead and grab some of these and a few of these. And I'm going to put those there. Okay. Let's start. We have yang energy coming through here. Proactivity, expression, doing, and forward motion. Expression. I cannot make this up. There's a need to express yourself, right? Look, again, this comes into your leadership skills, right? Structure, discipline, life mission, accomplishments, and careers. This feels like Source is asking you to be vulnerable. And not be afraid to be vulnerable. Like, that's a part of your path, is to open up and live with your heart on your sleeve. Knowing that, yes, it can potentially get broken, but that if it does get broken, it's not the end of the world, right? Coming into a place of stillness will help you know exactly what it is that you need to say. Finding peace of mind here. I feel like in saying what you need to say will also bring peace of mind. And moderation. Again, this is that confirmation that you don't have to come in being that lovey-dovey, like, oh my gosh, it's all about love. Like, I'm going to say everything that you've ever wanted to hear in this life. No, it could be as simple as, bro, I got your back. Or, man, I just wanted to tell you I love you. Or, man, I just want to tell you I care about you. You don't have to go into some humongous monologue and saying like all these things that you thought that they wanted to hear. It's literally just about being honest to yourself and honest in this connection, right? There's no need to be crazy about it now. We have Omega, victory. Your desires coming to fruition. Keep up the good work. I do feel like this is a part of your destined path in order to call in what it is that you want. You need to learn to express yourself. This is part of understanding and knowing your worth. Okay? That part of the journey is knowing your worth and knowing that you're worthy of speaking your feelings into existence, right? It's like if all you do is hide from your feelings or bottle them up, that makes you feel worse in the long run. And that hurts, right? That breaks your heart. Let's see what the shadow aspect is that's coming into play here. Exit plan. Someone wants out, but they aren't making a move yet. Be prepared for sudden changes. Yeah, so it's like every time your emotions come into play here, you're running away, right? Like you run away from expressing your emotions. And again, this could be this other person. That might not be you. It could be this other person. But again, I'm going to read it as it was coming through. It feels like this is you for me, okay? But let's get some Pantha oracles out here. Okay, could be a family member. We have family that flipped over. Let's see. What else would you like to say here, Source? Okay, what else would you like to say here? Okay, thank you. What else would you like to say here? Okay, I felt it. Where is it? That one. That one. And that one. Okay, I guess that one wants to... vow, wish, hope, and worship. So it's like, it feels like at one point you said, nope, I'm never going to let myself get hurt like that again, so I'm just never going to voice how I feel. Like, there's definitely a fear that's coming through here. Wow, okay. Okay, whoa. Thank you. And this one. What do we have on the bottom here? Avoidance. I could not make this stuff up. Avoidance and stalemate. That's it. You avoiding your feelings here is leaving this whole situation in a stalemate. If you wanted to go forward, that's fine, but you're going to have to say something. Okay, let's put those there. Let's get these collected. All right. We'll start with the ones that flipped over. So we have family coming out here. Bond, home, and background. So this could be saying it to a family member or someone you want to build a family with. But they are showing here with cycles and completion and change, right? That change coming through here. It's like you have to change what it is that you're once doing. And look, how symbolic is this that the butterfly is over her mouth? That's what we're talking about. It's like struggling saying how you feel. Struggling saying these simple words to people. It's like feeling like, oh my gosh, if I say them, that's the end of the world for me. We have karma, balance, and justice. It's a part of you balancing out that karmic cycle. The justice in your life is seeing that you are worthy of that love. You are worthy of that care and kindness. But this is a transformation that you have to go through. This is a part of your shadow self. Letting go and letting yourself experience what it is to be who maybe you once were before you had all the broken heart. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Use your imagination. You don't have to be like everyone else, okay? Like I was saying, it can be succinct. It can be simple. It doesn't have to be long-winded or long drawn out. Like, it can be simple. Right? Sometimes maybe you need to find a coach. Like, you need to find guidance here, advice, obedience, and knowledge. Like, maybe you need to go talk to a therapist and have them help you work out your emotions so that you'll be able to speak clearly how you feel about others and yourself. Strategy, planning, prediction, and mind reading. And this is so crazy that this came out, because that's what I was saying. It's like there's almost like this belief that, well, they should just know how I feel. People are not mind readers. Okay, we're not. It's just, yes, that gift exists, and yes, some people do have it, but the vast majority of people are not mind readers, and we can't just hope that this person that I feel this way about just knows how I feel. Like, we have to be willing to say it, right? We have to be willing to say it. Conflict, difference, dispute, and quarrel here, right? Because when you're not saying it, there's like this resentment that's coming up from beneath the surface. It's coming out. Disturbance, obscure, irritation, and supernatural. Yeah, this just feels like it's something outside of yourself. That's what that really feels like with this disturbance. It feels like, oh my gosh, this is something I can't do. It's something that is outside of me. It's not a part of who I am. But it is. It's just you are getting triggered by a trauma. Okay, yeah, confinement, captivity, tolerance, and unfreedom. This is something that you've learned to see is okay. It's something that your emotional ego created when you were younger to protect yourself from the hurt and the pain that you experience from a broken heart. So let's see what these say here. Look, what was I just talking about? Triggers, disharmony, triggers, and conflict. Yeah, this is something that's coming through so strong. Like, it's very heavy right now. This is a very heavy energy. This is a toxic pattern. Okay, toxic bonds. This is from past energy that you're being asked to let go of. But holding on to it is only causing more pain and more hurt in your heart, more hurt in your soul. Okay? You're projecting. This is something that you're projecting onto others right now. Okay? Letting that go will help you fix that. It will help you find balance within yourself. And I feel like you'll also feel much better. I feel like holding this in is something that's keeping you in this place of feeling like you don't know your true worth and know that you are deserving of feeling how you feel. But in feeling how we feel, if we don't give those feelings a voice, then we'll always feel like we're not worthy enough to speak that out into existence, right? And when I say speaking it out into existence, saying, let's go through it. Right? If I'm angry, but I'm not experiencing, or if I'm only experiencing it, but not giving it a voice, I'm not going through it, right? I'm just staying stuck and stagnant in that energy. It's a stalemate. Right? It's a stalemate. It's okay to be guarded, but we need to be vulnerable. And again, it feels like somebody with family here. Okay, these are all clarifications of what we were feeling. Let's see what we have here. Okay, this is a masculine energy coming through. It's 15:15 on the clock when I flip this over. This is a masculine energy coming through. Okay, and that's hard for masculine energies. If you're a masculine, if you're a man, it doesn't matter. If you identify with the masculine energy, just society has created this belief that it is impossible for masculine energies to feel their emotions. And so it's easy to bottle that up and just hope that it goes away. But eventually it will gain so much pressure that it has to go somewhere. So it's either explode or I deal with it myself. And so with this, Source is saying it's been very clear here that you're having to deal with this so that you can heal some sort of connection that you have in your life. And they're very clear that it is family here. We had family come out from 2 different decks. Bond, home, and background. We have family, home, and commitment. Okay, so this is a home life situation here that's being affected. There's a lot of conflict. There's a lot of disturbance, a lot of confinement. The triggers are here. There's a lot of toxic energy that's coming out and a stalemate. So once you deal with this, you'll be able to balance this out. But not only the situation, more than anything, you'll be able to balance out your own energy and understand that you have a right to feel the way that you feel, but knowing that those are your feelings to own. And that's powerful, knowing that and being able to honor that as well. Okay. So if you feel like this is your reading, leave a butterfly emoji down below and say, I am willing to change and open up to the truth of my feelings. So you let Source know that you're ready to embrace this energy and come through with it. And I'm going to go ahead and leave it there and get on out of here. I do want to take a quick second, though, to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my guides for coming through to give us this message. And until next time, stay human. Bye.